What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and it is a new season in Forza Horizon 4, which means new Car Pass cars. Now, we have the 05 NSXR GT, and we have the 1929 Supersport Kurz Barker Roadster. Now, this thing is completely unlike anything else I've ever seen, and it's really, even especially in Forza, for example, this is not a normal vehicle that you would be used to seeing in a Horizon game. With that being said, though, I feel like it could make a ridiculously crazy hot rod. So we're going to see what our options are with this thing in terms of upgrades. And that's kind of where I'm going to figure out whether I'm going to make it a drag car or a drift car or something in between. I highly doubt I'm going to make it a race car. I don't think it really has the makings of a good race car. But, well, maybe even, in terms of competing against modern race cars and sports cars, I don't think it has really the makings of that. But let's see what we have in terms of conversions. We have a 3.2-liter inline 6, 6.2 V8, 5.2 V10, and vintage 3-liter supercharged V12. That's super different, but very cool. And I like the fact that it's like a vintage swap. I'm trying to think of what that comes out of, and I'm not sure off the top of my head what it comes out of. Now, I might put the 5.2 V10 in it. I feel like that's probably where we're going to get the majority of our horsepower if we want to make it like some crazy maxed out top speed build, which I think that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to throw twin turbos on that V10, and my only main concern here is basically the fact that I don't know whether or not we'll be able to actually make the tires wide enough to put the power down. Now, this will really help our aerodynamics, like a lot. Let's get some, well, for sticking purposes, drag tires are going to be really the only option. A 195 is as wide as we're going to be able to go. That's really scary. I'm leaving the original wheels because that's the look. That's the only way this thing is going to work properly. And I'm not gonna bother making it all-wheel drive because I feel like that completely, like I said, also completely goes away from the purpose of a car like this. And we're going to a full race brake setup. We have basically everything when it comes to suspension options. We can go drift suspension, we can go rally suspension, we can go race suspension. We could do pretty much anything in terms of suspension setups, which I think is actually, not only is it really cool, but it's a lot more than I expected a vehicle like this to have. It's a lot more than I expected it to give us access to. That's amazing. I love the fact that they have a headrest. Or, well, is it even a headrest? I don't even know what it's supposed to be. I guess it's a headrest. Maybe it's something to prevent your head from, snapping backwards or something. Although, I will say, I'm probably not going to run it. I don't think I want the extra weight. I think the extra weight is probably going to be, not necessarily too much, but it's going to be a lot in terms of, what we're trying to go for here. Now, the race weight reduction is going to bring our weight down to 2,236 pounds, and we haven't even built the engine yet, which means that there's a crazy power-to-weight ratio in store for us. The only thing that I can see being a massive limiting factor for this car in terms of speed is those aerodynamics, because let's be honest, they're not good. That's a massive, just, rectangle in the front of the car, effectively. But let's see, we're putting down 1,212 horsepower and 831 foot-pounds of torque out of a car that weighs 2,280-something pounds. That's a damn good power-to-weight ratio, and there's no way you can get around it. But what, again, may be the cause of this thing not being that fast is those crappy aerodynamics. Now, the virtual dyno is estimating a top speed right now of 212 miles an hour, and I'm also going to drop that rear tire pressure a lot, because by doing that, that might be the only way to get this thing to actually have a, a slightly wider tire underneath it. It keeps saying 213, 211. Okay, yeah, so it's basically telling me that 213-ish is the aero limit. Now, oh, there's 214. Hang on. Yeah, if I keep moving it, it's just going to be 214.1. That seems like it's going to be what it's going to estimate as our peak. So let's take almost all the camber out of the front and take it all out of the back. And soften the sway bars. Well, at least the rear one. And the rears are going to be soft. The ride height, I'm going to mess with a little bit. For the most part, I'm going to leave it alone. Let's see. Soften the rear dampening as well. And the diff is going to 100% acceleration. Now, is this going to be a drag car? I mean, it's built as one. I've just built it as one. But is it going to actually be one in an effective way? Probably not. In fact, probably is putting it mildly. Wow, it put me back on Fortune Island. That's very weird. Why did it put me back on Fortune Island? I didn't ask you for Fortune Island, Forza. Thank you very much. I was on the mainland last. Oh, well. Alright, so now we are back on the mainland, and I'm very curious to see what kind of a monster we've created. So let's go ahead and, just so we don't make any wrong turns, I mean, it's a very easy route, but well, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to stay here because all I have to do is turn right once I get to the end of this road. It hooks in first. Wow. It's probably completely and totally due to the super low tire pressure in the back. It handles weird. I mean, I know it's got those drag tires, which definitely don't help the handling, but I feel like even if it had race tires, it would still handle a little sketchy. To be fair, though, if I was going to do a race build or a drift build of this thing, I would tune it completely differently. The tuning that I have on it right now is just for going in a straight line. Make that turn, please. Also, the sound coming out of it kind of feels like it shouldn't be, but I love the massive gear stick, though. Like, that's a really cool touch. Ugh. You just don't have any confidence going around corners. It's like, oh, there's a turn? Well, you'd better prepare about 3 years in advance. Easy, easy, easy. All right. Here we are at the highway. This is gonna be fun. Or not so fun. I don't know. It's gonna be one of two things. All right. Will it? Oh, it won't. It won't actually let me use launch control. Some cars, now not many, but some actually will just completely kick you out of using launch control. They won't let you do it. So let's see. Oh, wait, never mind. It will. I just have to go lighter pressure. Lighter pressure on the brakes. It's quick. And it's honestly got a ton of traction off the line. A ton more than I thought it would have. The gearing is so long. Yeah, it's definitely going to hit an aero limit. Jesus, or a traffic limit. Good God. If you could stay out of my way, that'd be awesome. Oh, well, we've got more runs the other way, but, like, dude, I'm doing 170-something in third gear. Third gear. Something tells me it could stand to have longer or shorter gears. Because, honestly, like, if it's going to do 170 in third, and yet it's topping out at, like, 214, then I feel like shortening the gear ratios isn't really even going to hurt it all that much. There's no way it could. All right, so let's do some tuning. And as far as the tuning that I want to do goes, I think, let's see if I just bump it up like crazy to like a, well, yeah, let's put it to like a 331 or something. 213. It's like right about the same top speed. That's got to be an aero limit. There's no way. So I've got it at a 390 now. 213.5. It's like, yeah, okay. So now a 413. 210. Okay, I wanted to find the point at which the top speed started to fall. And that seems to be around... let's see. Oh, now see, it went up. This is so freaking weird. All right, let's run it at a 397, which is a very odd rear-end ratio. Very, very odd. Didn't mean to do it that way, but... Hi, Minnie. It's raining and it started to spin. That's more like it. Now it rips. Dude, it actually is genuinely fast. Like, it's, especially for what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. There's 200. Yeah, we'll definitely give it another run in the other direction now that we've figured out what we need to do in terms of the gearing. Oh, get away from the wall, please. It's actually got pretty impressive steering angle, too, like, to catch slides. And since I don't want to deal with launching it in the rain, and since it's just going to be worse no matter what, we are going to do an approach from the roundabout and then ease it out onto the straightaway, although it does not handle very well. This setup handles like crap. Let's go! Come on! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 200. Oh, see, that's the thing is you can barely make any adjustment to it at all once it's at speed. It just bounces around. And there's freaking traffic car in the way. I would have gone inside, but there was a damn bus there. I hate when they're just like, oh yeah, let me just put this massive bus right exactly in your way. Like, this is exactly where the bus needs to go. No question about it. This is exactly where the bus needs to go. I'm like, okay. I tried to give it a little adjustment, and it's either it doesn't move at all, or it moves too much. Yes. All right, 200. 210. Man, I'm trying to make the adjustments so minor. 214. 215. 216. 216. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it. We would have just literally broken our dude's neck on those hay bales. But no, I think that's going to be the the legitimate top speed of this car. And it's actually faster than I originally thought it was going to be. And I feel like it would be a hilarious car to bring into like a highway racing lobby and just be random. And I don't know how many feelings you'd hurt, but you'd hurt a couple, and it would be hilarious in the process. So, hope you all enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure you click that like button. Tell me in the comments below what y'all thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.